Ladies and gentlemen, what is going on? Welcome back to World of Tanks. Now what I'm going to do today is some more 9.13 batch action for you, because a huge batch is on the way. We're going to get entire new tech tree, Czechoslovakian medium tanks. If you haven't seen the video about that, go check it out. But in today's episode I'm going to take a look at all the changes they're going to make to the existing vehicles, because they rebalance the parameters of 31 vehicles. So 31 vehicles are going to get some kind of change in the game, and I'm going to take a look at all of them. I am doing that just to keep you guys up to date, so you know what is going to be happening and what you have to look out for. So while you are enjoying this gameplay on the background, let's get going. Changes to the Soviet vehicles. T-44, T-54 first prototype and T-54's 100mm gun is going to get penetration upgrade from 175 to 183. And I'm really glad to see that, because T-44 needed it, T-54 first prototype needed it, because I just bought this tank as well, so super nice, GG Wargaming. And T-54 needed it as well, because stock grind is now a lot better with T-54. Su-100M1 received exactly the same penetration upgrade for its 100mm gun from 175 to 183. Next up we have Tier 10 Object 430. Hit point pool increased from 1900 to 2000, and durability of internal modules increased by 20%. For Object 430, pretty nice buff, I would say. They didn't touch the gun, but gun is pretty decent anyways. I know guys, it is not the best Soviet medium tank gun, but it is still pretty damn good. But to receive 100 extra hit points is better than nothing, isn't it? Su-122-54, reload time of the 100mm gun decreased from 6.5 seconds to 6.3 seconds, and reload time of the 122mm gun decreased from 9.2 seconds to 8.8 seconds. So it is like adding one extra equipment piece on your tank. Next up we have T-10, old IS-8, Soviet's Tier 9 heavy tank. It received mobility buff, traverse speed is increased, dispersion on the move decreased, and so better accuracy while you are turning your hull or jumping up and down, and crossing capacity is increased as well. KV-4 aim time buff of the 107mm gun, if you're going to use top turret, reduced from 3.4 seconds to 2.9 seconds. This is pretty damn huge upgrade actually, and reload time from 11.1 seconds to 10.3 seconds. And KV-4 is going to receive 50 extra hit points, from 1650 to 1700, and this is with the KV-4 5 turret. And the last Soviet vehicle, Su-101, that is going to receive completely new gun, 120mm M62 S2 gun. Awesome. Okay, let's move on to the US vehicles now. M26 Pershing. Penetration for the 90mm gun is increased from 180 to 190. So M46 Patton is going to receive exactly the same buff for its gun, so stock grind is going to be a lot easier, and M46 Patton is actually going to receive a dispersion buff as well. So if you're going to turn with your turret, your accuracy is going to be 20% better for the top gun. T69 penetration is increased from 173 to 181. T69 needed penetration upgrade badly. T95E2 penetration increased from 173 to 181. Next up, M48A1 Patton. This is really good news for me, because you know guys how much I love my M48. Aiming time buff from 2 seconds down to 1.9 seconds, and reload time buff from 8.8 seconds to 8.35 seconds. And dispersion of the turret got decreased by 33%. So thank you Wargaming, I am happy. T95 is going to receive extra hit points, 100 extra hit points, from 1700 to 1800, and durability of the engine increased by 20%. T28 is going to receive extra hit points like what? From 1150 to 1500. Pretty epic buff, and it is going to receive exactly the same engine buff as T95, because they are using exactly the same engine, and the T28 prototype is just going to receive engine buff, nothing else. No hit points for you, brother. So next up we have German vehicles. Ferdinand. Reload time of the 128mm gun decreased from 12 seconds to 11.7 seconds, and the hit point pool increased from 1200 to 1500. So tier 8, some tier 8 TDs are going to get extra hit points. Leopard PTA is going to receive a lot of buffs. Dispersion on the move and dispersion on hull traverse is decreased. Aiming time for the 10.5cm gun decreased from 2.3 seconds to 2.1 seconds, and reload time from 11.1 seconds to 10.3 seconds. Dispersion on the turret traverse decreased by 12%, and traverse speed is increased from 36 degrees per second to 37 degrees per second. And also it is going to receive 50 extra hit points from 1650 to 1700. So a lot of good things are going to be happening with Leo prototype A. Jagdtiger hit points increased from 1800 to 2100. Extra 300 hit points. Pretty nice. Tiger 2 is going to be more accurate from now on. Dispersion of the 10.5cm L52 gun decreased from 0.37 to 0.35, and Top Gun's dispersion decreased from 0.34 to 0.31. So you're not going to miss anything with Tiger 2 from now on unless RNG steps in. And finally, VK3002D is going to receive mobility buff, traverse speed is better, and crossing capacity is better from now on. Awesome. Next up we have French vehicles. ARL V39 is going to have better crossing capacity, and aim time of the 90mm gun is decreased from 2.6 seconds to 2.1 seconds. AMX M4 MLE45 Tier 7 heavy tank. Hit point pool for the ARL 44 turret increased from 1100 to 1200, so better stock grind. And for the top turret, hit points are going to be increased as well from 1200 to 1350. AMX 12 tons gun handling is going to be better because dispersion on the move and on hull traverse and on turret traverse is going to be better from now on. Same goes to AMX 1375, dispersion on hull traverse is better, dispersion on the move is better, on turret traverse is better, so better gun handling. Lorraine 40 ton, aim time of the 100mm gun decreased from 3 seconds to 2.5 seconds, we needed that aim time buff. And aiming time of the 90mm gun decreased from 2.7 seconds to 2.3 seconds. And finally, Patton as well is going to get aim time buff. For the 100mm gun, it is going to be decreased from 2.7 seconds to 2.5 seconds, and for the 90mm gun, it is going to be decreased from 2.7 seconds to 2.3 seconds. Finally, some buffs to Patton's gun as well, gun handling. But now let's move on to the Chinese vehicles. 113 is going to receive a lot of changes as well. Dispersion on the move is going to be better, crossing capacity is going to be better, dispersion on hull traverse is going to be better, but aiming time is going to be worse. Aiming time increased from 2.7 seconds to 2.8 seconds, but reload time is going to be buffed from 10.9 seconds to 10 seconds. Dispersion is going to be worse as well because it is going to be increased from 0.36 to 0.37. But gun depression is going to be buffed from 4 degrees to 5 degrees. So a lot of interesting changes are going to be happening with 113. But next up, 121 Tier 10 Chinese medium tank. Crossing capacity is going to be better, dispersion on turret traverse is going to be decreased by 14%, and gun depression angle increased from 3 degrees to 3.5 degrees. WC 132 is going to receive reload time buff. For the 5900T gun, reload time is going to be decreased from 8.3 seconds to 7.7 seconds, and for the 6000T gun, reload time is going to be reduced from 7.9 seconds to 7.3 seconds. WC 131 crossing capacity is going to be better, aiming time is going to be better from 2.7 seconds to 2.6 seconds, and reload time as well from 8.7 seconds to 8.3 seconds. Dispersion on the turret traverse is going to be decreased by 17%. WC111 Model 14. Dispersion on the move better, dispersion on hull traverse better, so it is going to get a little bit better gun handling. T-34-2 aiming time of the 100mm gun decreased from 2.9 seconds to 2.8 seconds, and aiming time of the 122mm gun decreased from 3.4 seconds to 3.1 seconds. Gun depression angle increased from 3 degrees to 5 degrees, and finally, really good news for me because I own T-34-3 as well, and it badly needed gun depression upgrade, and finally it is going to receive gun depression upgrade. So gun depression angle increased from 3 degrees, pretty much from no degrees whatsoever, to 5 degrees. So finally maybe T-34-3 is going to be playable. And finally, changes to the Japanese vehicles as well. Only one change over here. Type 5 T-Re. Durability of internal modules increased by 15%. At least this is the only change to the Japanese vehicles I know. I can't see anything over here. So, guys, this is it. A lot of changes on the way. Let me know what you think about those changes. If you enjoyed today's episode, if it was informative, consider leaving it a thumbs up. And I catch you next time. Stay awesome and bye.